Welcome everybody. Y'all ready for this? The Hustle. My name is Steve Aramopoulos, and these are my co-hosts.
I'm Talia.
And I'm Tech Luciano. You may have heard me on radio, you may have never heard of me at all, but that's okay.
Cause y'all gon' learn today. Your whole life was a struggle, had to make it out the jungle. This is a show for you. Welcome to the hustle. Under pressure, never break a fold. Keep chasing your goals until you blow. Now, welcome to the hustle.
Welcome back, my hustlers and my hustlerettes.
Happy 2024.
Happy 2024. It's 2024, a new year, a new season.
Yep.
More episodes to come. It was a wild ride for 2023, and I have to say that New Year's Eve was really, really amazing.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your
New
Year's Eve.
No, I want to hear about your New Year's Eve. First of all, I also want to say my little piece. Shout out to everybody who supported us in 2023, and obviously, before that as well. New year, new journey, new goals. And it's not just a January to February thing. I think we were talking off air, and we want to step things up a little bit this year. We definitely want to achieve that next level. But for everybody that's been in the trenches with us supporting from the beginning, we want to thank you explicitly. And we got a lot more shit to come. Now, with no further ado, Steve, you're in the hot seat. And I know the table looks a little bit empty. So happy New Year's, Towels, and all of that shit. You know what I mean? Steve, how was your New Year's?
New Year's was great. New Year's was great. You know what I mean? I couldn't have said it better. You know what I mean? Thank you to everybody out there that's been watching. I've been seeing the growth lately, too, the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
Been trying a few different strategies, and you see the growth coming from random people from all around, not even just Montreal, you know what I mean? People supporting us from all around the world right now, so thank you very much.
Facts.
We got to step it up. We got to step it up for you guys. We got to get a little more creative on who we bring in, what
I agree.
we talk about, you know what I mean?
I agree.
And I think we're going to have to do some traveling. We're going to have to do some traveling, and they're going to see some podcasts on the road.
That'd be dope, man.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll get back to the New Year's thing in a little bit, but one thing I do, and it's funny, I was like, should we talk about it on air or not? I think we should, because we owe it to the people who support us to make them kind of really feel a part of the behind-the-scenes stuff as well, not just the actual episodes that they watch, right? I think that we've kind of hit our stride as a podcast within the last, I'd say, 10 to 15 episodes, specifically the last 5 episodes. I think the chemistry is really starting to come together between the three of us, and it's only up from here, so I'm happy about that, man. I think that, I think we're all a little bit more comfortable on camera now. I think that, the vibe is there. So listen, man, from here on out, we got to focus on, and you know what, this goes out to people listening as well. Like, if you want to come on the Hustle podcast, or if you know somebody with some clout, even if they don't have clout, if they're just a really entertaining person that'll drive numbers and that'll provide entertainment value as well as be able to tell their story, like, the floor is open for real. Like, we want to interview some different folks. We're gonna keep it urban, because it is kind of what we do at the end of the day, but that being said, we also definitely want to expand our horizons as well. I'm still trying to get the George St. Pierre interview off the ground, bro. This is you know what? We're putting that on the list for this year.
Yeah.
I think we could do it.
Look, I had some good ideas that we're going to talk off camera.
Yeah.
If we say this on camera, you never know. People might be listening.
Yeah, they might poach.
Might poach these ideas.
They might poach.
I have some crazy ideas that I think we should really expand on.
Okay.
So we'll do that. You know what I mean?
Sounds good. Sounds like we need to have an employee meeting.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, bro.
Back to
how was New Year's Eve, Steven?
New Year's Eve was great. Actually, it was. I wanted it to be better than it was.
Yeah.
But you got to make the most of it sometimes.
Okay,
right?
so what part of the globe?
I had some friends come from Toronto to Montreal.
Okay.
And you know how it is. Some people that don't know how the city works New Year's Eve waited last minute. So we had one choice of where we had to go. Yeah. Where we could go, you know what I mean? We could have went to other places, but I wasn't trying to pay $10, $15 a drink.
Nah.
And wait all line.
Nah, we're in our 30s now. There's no $10, $15 a drink, bro.
You know what I mean? So I went to Jet nightclub, bro.
Wow.
Yeah. Jet nightclub.
Wow.
Jet nightclub. That shit brings me back. It was an open bar event. That's the only reason I went there, because it was the open bar event. Needless to say, I was there with the homies that I met in Cuba 2 years ago. I met this guy in Cuba 2 years ago, and he randomly hit me up a few days before New Year's Eve saying he's going to be in the city. I want to link up. Like, I was going ham the whole week, you know what I mean? So I was thinking of just staying at home and, taking it easy.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
That seemed to be everybody's vibe this year. I'm not gonna lie.
Exactly.
So many people just were like, "Yo, I'm just staying home."
But when people hit me up, it doesn't matter how fucked up.
Yeah,
I got the
Steven's
night
a
before,
globetrotter, bro. He's with it.
I'm gonna get with it.
Yeah, he's the
So
rock and roll express.
I
This
got
guy.
dressed. We went out. We did our thing, and the next day, like, bro, I don't remember shit after like 2 a.m.
Yeah, oh, it was like that?
I don't remember shit after 2 a.m.
Yeah.
I woke up the next day. I'm speaking to these guys. They're driving back home. Like, dude, you gotta refresh my memory.
Fill me in.
What happened after 2 a.m.? Man's like, he's driving. He just looks at the camera because his cousin's holding the camera. He's looking at the camera. He's like, you remember making out with Nikki all night?
Damn.
Like, what?
Shout out to Nikki.
So apparently, yes, I made out with Nikki. And I
Who's
remember-
Nikki?
She's a beautiful lady.
Okay.
Beautiful
All
lady
right.
from
Shout out to
Toronto.
you then. Shout out to you, man. Sounds like you had quite a blast there, buddy.
Yeah, so that's what the New Year's Eve was like. You know what I mean? I woke up the next morning perfectly fine. Went about my business. I was thankful. I was thankful that I didn't actually hook up with this person and bring her back to my crib because chances are I would have passed out on her in 2 minutes. You know what I mean?
And she would have treated you like la muñeca, bro. She would have took your pockets and shit. Like, no, maybe she's a nice. Our guest is in the building, by the way. He just
Our
pulled
guest-
up.
our guest
Yeah,
is
yeah.
in
We got
the
Doe Boy
building.
Honcho on
Doe Boy
the episode
Honcho in
today.
the building.
Well, it sounds like you had a really good New Year's, bro. You know what?
Great, bro.
I had a good New Year's too. It was very low key. We were kind of like debating as well. Like, do we want to go do the party thing? Like, my girl's sisters were like down to go party, and we kind of just waited too long. Same exact thing. We waited too long. Like, we literally hit her sisters up at like 4:30 p.m. Like, yo, can you get us on the guest list? Or like, are you dumb? Like, no, we cannot get you on the guest list.
Yeah.
So we ended up, me, my girl, shout out to Vanessa, with Nikki B, shout out to Nikki B, and his beautiful fiance now. This is a very brand new development. He's engaged since the last time you saw him. So
All right. Shout out to,
you know what I'm
congrats to
saying?
Nikki B.
Congrats Nikki B. Congrats Britt. You know what I'm saying? We went to Lucille's, the seafood spot.
Lucille's, yeah. Oysters.
Ate a great meal, had some drinks and stuff like that. Yes, sir. Had
Oh,
some
boy.
drinks,
Grab a
and
seat, man.
yeah,
Grab a
it was
seat.
it was a low key New Year's. But you know what? I'm on a low key vibe these days, so it's kind of what it was, man.
Look, honestly, if these people if the homies didn't hit me up from Toronto, I wouldn't have done shit. I would have stayed home, took it easy, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But they hit me up, I went out, I enjoyed myself. I would have played it low key like you, though. I would have played it low key like you.
That's it. Doe Boy
on another
Honcho
note,
was cracking,
we
man.
got
How
Honcho
you
in the
doing,
building.
broski?
I'm good.
Welcome to the
You
show.
know what? Yeah,
Welcome
we're
to
gonna
the
put you
show.
right in the hot seat. How was New Year's Eve since we're talking about it?
First off, Happy New Year's.
Thank you. Same to you.
I honestly can't even I can't fathom it.
No?
I can't even process it right
It was wild.
now. Not even. It's just I don't feel like it's 2024 right now.
It doesn't feel very different, does it?
Yeah, it doesn't at all. Like after 2020, I feel like everything just went downhill. Let me just.
I have a
vibe with
conspiracy
it.
theory, Steven. Yo, I don't know. I feel like during the lockdown, and obviously I don't actually think this is true. It's all in my own head. But like during the lockdown, I don't know what happened, but bro, they did something. Because time has sped up. I swear to God. Maybe I'm just old now. I don't know. But like, bro, I feel like the last 4 years are like a drop in the bucket. Like, it's just, bro, like I think back to it, it was like lockdown yesterday. And like now my kids are like 8 and 7 and I'm like not 300 pounds. Like, it just, I don't know. Like, bro, I don't know what happened in the last like 4 years, but I feel like, am I bugging or did time speed up? Like, or
It's sped up and it's slowed down at the same time. It's weird, but there's some days where it's slow, and then there's some days where it's just fast. Like Mondays
You
will
know
turn
what I
into
think it
Thursdays
is?
all of a sudden.
You know what I think it is? When you got so much on your plate and you're juggling this, you're doing that.
Yeah.
Everything it goes fast. It does go fast, but I've been noticing the same thing.
yeah.
Days are going faster.
But they do say when you
Maybe
the
they're
older you
snatching
get,
an
the
hour
faster it
away
goes.
from us every time we sleep, bro. I don't know. Some shit's
Something's
going on.
going on,
That's a
bro.
conspiracy. You know?
It's a definitely I don't know who's in charge of
Yeah,
this shit.
I'm
I feel like
feeling
it's
that. I'm feeling
Zuckerberg
that.
or something.
And if you got nothing going on and you're all day like just fucking gaming and you're like doing nothing,
Yeah, then you're just
you're just waiting. You're like, oh, shit's been slow today.
Very
Like,
true.
It's taking long for this day to finish.
facts,
Yeah.
man. Listen, let's do our very quintessential intro that we do for every artist. You probably want me to handle this one, right?
Look, Doe Boy, I'll tell you right now. I asked him, yo, drop me some info on
This
Doe
was my
Boy.
fault.
This guy, literally, he just walked in right
I'm like,
now.
sorry,
30
I'm a-
minutes
I'm a
ago.
bad friend.
Yo, I didn't send you any info.
My fault.
Nah,
I
it's
don't know
okay.
nothing about you right
It's
now.
okay.
I've been on the grease. I've been on the grind all week, bro. I'm trying to. Anyway,
But that's how I like it sometimes. When we come out,
Yeah.
you know,
It's
I
a
just
natural
start
vibe.
peeling layers and stuff.
Of course,
what we
of
do.
course.
that's it, and that's what I told you in the messages. Is really it's just a conversation. So the whole like formal like fuck that. We're just kicking it, bro. But
Okay.
anyway, so back to what I was saying. So we got Doe Boy Honcho in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Now this gentleman here, I met him. Man, I don't know if it was 2018 or 2019. It was at like a Christmas show in LaSalle. It was at Visions, bro.
Yeah.
Visions, bro. And that whole night, for side story, and I realized in the Nikki B episode that I always make the intro about me, so I apologize. I'm gonna bring it back to him, I promise, this time. But anyway, so that night in particular, I just wasn't feeling the lineup. Like everybody that got on stage was just kind of, there was a 1-2, but for the most part, I just wasn't feeling it. So I'm just there doing the thing that I do at every other show, which is just me mugging everybody on stage and in the building. And then I hear this dude rapping on stage, and I'm like, oh, let me see what's going on. So I look at the stage. Now, everybody else that night was on the vibe where they bring their whole entourage onto the stage.
Yep.
There's 75 people on stage. They're wearing sunglasses. Their back is to the crowd. They're too cool to participate, right?
Basically.
This guy's on stage by himself and just slaughtered the performance. I don't know, you did maybe, 4 or 5 songs. Each one was like
Just
better
2.
than the last.
Just
and
2.
I was like, yo, this guy is crazy. So that's how I met him. Now, in terms of what you've been up to over the course of, from then till now, we're going to get into all of that. But I want to welcome you formally to the Hustle Podcast.
Thank
brother.
you. Shit, I'm honored, honestly. I'm honored. I'm finally nice to meet you.
Yeah, in
Shit,
person,
I
in
didn't
the
even
flesh.
meet him that night. I walked out as soon as I finished the performance.
I don't blame you. Oh,
Yeah,
that night
like-
went off the rails, bro. Shout out to Midnight. Shout out to Louvon. We ended up like fighting the bouncer. It was
Oh,
a
shit.
crazy. Yes, people got arrested that night. It was one of those nights, and it was a Christmas show, which is even
a
funnier
Christmas
because
show.
like we weren't in the Christmas spirit clearly.
Basically.
But yeah, man. So listen, bro. What have you been up to musically since then? I know that you were kind of like super active at that point.
Yeah.
And then you kind of slowed down a little bit, which is life happens. But what you been up to?
Honestly, it just been grinding, and I've been trying to perfect my craft more in the sense of not writing, but more just going in the booth and just going out there.
Okay.
Yeah, because honestly, I feel like writing nowadays is just getting too time consuming. So I just go in the booth and I just say whatever I have to say, and so far it's been turning out perfect.
So you're just freestyling records?
Yeah, like,
You freestyled that record you sent me the other day?
that one actually, it took like a good 3-4 months to write that.
Okay, that shit is crazy.
Yeah.
This guy sent me a record. I was like, fuck, dude. Like, yeah. It was nice.
Yeah,
That shit was super, super nice.
that one actually like.
So if you wrote that,
came
you
from
know what I mean?
somewhere,
It was
you know?
crazy.
You wrote that. At the end of the day, it's like you're doing the Jay-Z, stepping in the booth, piecing it up one at a time.
Yeah.
Which I think is really, really cool because a lot of people are doing it lately. You know what I mean? I think when it just hits your brain,
Yeah.
unleash it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go
It's
drop
like,
it.
It's like catching a spirit, bro.
Exactly. Especially nowadays, it's easier to rap because people are the beats are so much more catchier and easier
100%.
to.
Plus, the bar is set a lot lower. Let's be honest.
Exactly.
Like, let's just be clear.
They dumbed it down.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
So, Doe Boy, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you hailing from, bro? Where you hailing from? Where you wepping?
I'm born and raised Montreal, Saint Laurent.
Let's go.
Ville Saint Laurent.
Let's go.
Well, I grew up basically everywhere. I was always around everywhere. Grew up going to school in Saint Michel. I used to live in NDG at one point.
Okay.
Yeah, like I was born everywhere. Not born everywhere, but raised
You're
everywhere.
a nomad.
Yeah, exactly. So I even lived in Toronto at one point.
Oh,
but
shit.
yeah, so I was raised everywhere. But yeah, most times I grew up I was more into sports. I liked sports. I liked football, basketball, soccer. I played on all sports teams. I only started getting into music when I was like about 13, 14.
Okay.
And it wasn't even serious. It was just like a thing where my friends were like, oh, we want to make a group. Because at that time, it was like everybody had Young Money. They had Young Money. They had MMG.
Yeah.
They had those things. So people wanted to like make
Click up.
acronyms out of things.
Yeah, okay, got you.
Yeah, so I was like, they were like, oh, we wanted to make a group called LMM. I forgot what, LMM. But I was like, what the hell is LMM? I don't know what it was at the time. It was something marathon music.
You don't even remember the acronym? Damn,
Yeah,
bro.
it was like something marathon music, and I was just like, all right, whatever, I'm gonna go with it. So then, as time progressed, I was just like, I was actually getting focused in it. So I was like, all right, let me just start writing bars every night before I go to bed. Started writing bars, got better at it. Eventually, started having people like tell me, okay, he's good. Even school, like people in school, my music teacher would literally put me in a booth. And he would just tell me, sit in this room and you're getting credits for it.
Wow.
You don't have to do nothing. Just sit in the booth, record, and do whatever you can. Ended up just focusing on that at that point.
Damn, that's fun. My school didn't have that type of
No,
program,
no,
bro. That's
definitely
fun.
not.
That's some fire shit. You went to Laurel Hill?
Shit, no, I went to alternative
Oh
school.
yeah, you say you went to St. Michelle, right?
Yeah, I went to
Okay.
Perspectives.
Okay. Oh shit, nice. Yeah, Billings didn't have that shit at all. I don't know, but I don't even know what school this guy went to. I've known this guy for like 85 years. I don't know.
1 year, 2 years of Lauren Hill, I think.
You went to Laurel Hill?
For 2 years.
Oh shit.
Then I went to St. Pius. Then they sent me the options, and that was it. Bro.
You went to it makes sense that you went to
Okay.
options. That makes a lot of sense. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Laurel Hill brings really the best out of people sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
Shit, man. That's crazy, man.
So yeah, like you said, you were doing sports first, and then you got into the music. 'Cause
Yes.
the boys wanted to start a group and everything.
Yeah.
Like being in sports, do you find like when you got into the music, you started like pushing the sports to the side, or like what
Actually-
happened with that?
Surprisingly, no, because I was still playing basketball for my school team at the time, and I was playing football for Saint Laurent. So I was really balancing everything out. It was just more about recording at the time, and I wasn't really recording until I hit like 16, 17. And once I hit 16, 17, I had people that were more around me that were more into music, so it was more easier for me to be like, okay, I'm gonna go to the studio, record with them, do this. Okay, we have music videos this week. Okay, it's good. Eventually, same thing happened where it's like it reduced. Where now it's like I have less music people around me, but I still have people like that do music that sometimes will be like, come to the studio, do this.
It's listen, that circle tends to fall apart the older we get, bro.
Yeah.
It's a natural inclination, right? It's like, listen, how many people you know that we were rapping with are still rapping now, bro? Not a whole lot. you know?
Exactly.
It's just the natural progression of life, bro, you know?
Very true.
Yeah.
Look, you had two outlets, right? You had sports as an outlet. You have music as an outlet. You mentioned a few neighborhoods, like you said, NDG, Saint Lo, Saint Michel.
Yeah.
By having these two things to take up your time, do you think it like, if you didn't have these two things, would you be running the streets? Would you be like getting caught up in some shit? Because everybody that has sports to fall back on has like a structured environment to.
Honestly, I feel like regardless of those things, it's just the environment you're in.
Yeah.
Yeah, regardless of if you're in sports, I feel like a lot of people that did sports are doing those things now.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really change much.
Okay.
Some people nowadays just rap to talk about that stuff. So it's,
Yeah,
You're
a lot
right.
of people,
No,
to
you're
be
right.
honest. Yeah,
Exactly.
It's different. It's different for us. That's why I was thinking like back in the day and shit.
Yeah,
like-
no, we're different,
Yeah.
different vibes, bro. Different vibes completely. Who would you say like were some of your biggest influences musically?
musically, I'd say starting from young, I'd say Lil Wayne, Meek Mill, for sure. Meek Mill.
I could hear the Meek Mill in your
Yeah.
in your music for sure.
Yeah, I had Meek. There was Meek Mill at some point over time. It became Joyner Lucas.
Okay.
Yeah, Joyner Lucas. Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like his versatility. He's very alien with it. I don't know why, but
He's sick. Would you say he's this generation's Michael Jackson or no?
yes, in the sense of energy, because he comes up with hits every year. Like you've never seen him.
Yeah.
You've never seen an album with literally 30 songs every year. Nobody does that. People will make 6 albums in 1 year and literally have 12 songs on each.
Yeah.
He makes 38 songs and then adds a deluxe album with it.
That's true.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. What do you think? You think he's this generation's Michael Jackson?
He's been a little quiet lately.
He's
you know
been
what I
very
mean?
quiet lately.
I haven't seen shit from fucking Chris Brown. That's all I gotta
He's
say.
coming back though. I mean, listen, he's got fuck you money at the end of the day.
Yeah,
He's
I
like,
guess.
you know, he doesn't
Could
need to
be.
put out another album.
Could be.
But answer the question: do you think he's this generation's Mike Jack or no?
I have to lean on the yes and no. The yes and no.
Well, you
also.
can't say both. It's got to be one or the
No,
other.
like exactly the way you worded it, I think that was perfect. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, he does have these characteristics that make him like a legend at what he does and everything. You know what I mean? I think he's got to put in a little more work at the end of the day because he's just not where Michael was. You know what I mean? In terms
I don't
of,
think anybody will ever be
Yeah.
what Michael was.
Nobody.
and it's like when you
You know what I mean?
when you
Like-
become that iconic person, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter how many years ago it's been.
Yeah.
It's hard to like catch up to that.
It's
regardless.
also though, like, you know, Michael, and like if you weren't alive during Michael Jack, and we caught the tail end of it. We weren't like
Yeah.
adults or anything, but if you weren't alive during like MJ Mania, bro, I don't think people could really fathom the level of superstar. Like this guy was a superstar globally. Like,
Scary.
and yeah, bro, literally. And it's like, I don't know. Like, okay, I'll say this, and I'm kind of being a hypocrite now because I'm gonna say yes and no as well. So I'm a piece of shit. I'm sorry, but I think I would call him this generation's MJ in terms of the level of talent. I don't think anybody's surpassing Chris Brown's level of talent in both for dancing, singing, whatever, just the total package, right? Pause. But does he have the impact socially and like culturally that Mike did?
No, see, that's where you're right.
Nobody
Yeah,
did.
exactly.
Nobody ever will. Even Drake.
And it was
does not
harder
have
back
that
then.
culture.
It was harder back
That
then too.
impact.
There was no internet. There was no like, bro. You had to get out there. You know what I mean?
That's a true superstar, bro.
Yeah.
He had females passing out,
Literally.
males passing out.
Yeah,
Like
man.
it was actually crazy.
That one performance he did, I think it was at like Woodstock or something like that. There's like a million people in the crowd. A million people. Could you imagine performing in front of a million people, bro? Like just I see, like literally, you're on stage, and as far as the eyes can see, it's just humanity.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
It's wild, man. I'm going on rants already. I'm sorry.
So, Doe Boy, tell us a bit about the upbringing, bro. What was it like? We mentioned the sports. We mentioned like how you got into the music, but what's it like? Was the family supportive in everything that you did? Did you have to fend for yourself? Like, tell me, bro.
Well, my mom and dad, they didn't really know about my music until like later on. Yeah, my dad came up to me one day and he's like, "Why didn't you tell me you make music?" And I was like, "I don't know. I don't even share whenever I post music. I don't really share it like that. So it's like, why am I gonna just tell you?" Yeah. So he said I posted it all over my Facebook. I'm like, "Oh yeah, okay, that's good." And he's just every time, like whenever we go to family events, he'll just be like, "What's up, Doe Boy Honcho?" Like on some crazy shit. At one point, eventually, as I slowed down with the music, it didn't really phase them with me and music because they seen, okay, he's more focused on other things. He knows that life goes on. You have to really focus on reality sometimes,
100%.
and you have to really focus on your dream at the same time. You can't really pause your dream for reality.
Yeah. It's a hard thing to balance.
It is.
I will give you that.
So what are we balancing it with right now?
I'm working.
You're working.
Yeah, I
Doing
work.
your thing. If you got something that's like you're passionate about, or you're just like making that money, stacking it up, thinking the next thing to do.
Right now, I'm just making that money.
Okay.
I want to focus on like really turning this income to a secondary income and trying to focus on actually something that I want to do. Whether it's owning a business, I don't mind it as long as it's something that's structural for me.
Yeah.
But me working for somebody, I don't feel it's something that I want to do forever.
I think that's a cool thing to bring up because I think it's funny. I was thinking about this shit today because we're having sit on later, and I'm like, what are we gonna talk about? Yeah, bro. I think that's like a generational thing. I think I don't even think I'm part of your generation, but we'll say like our generation starting to you guys' generation. I don't think you're that much younger than us, but I'm old, whatever. Yeah, that seems to be the common thread, and I think a lot of it does have to do with the internet and social media. But like the common thread when I talk to people all the time about this type of shit is like, we don't want to work for somebody else. Same thing with me. I don't want to work for somebody else for the rest of my life. Like I literally cannot picture myself being happy working for somebody else.
Yep.
Like true happiness, right? Like getting up in the morning,
That's
sitting
exactly
in
what I was
traffic.
about to say right now. Like that moment that you wake up and you're like, I don't have to get anywhere at a certain time. I don't gotta do shit. Trust me, bro. That's when you're gonna feel it.
Yeah.
True freedom.
This is it.
True freedom. Like, yeah, and that's what I think that's what you're saying too. Like, that's what I want to get to in my life as well. You know, and even if you look at like, you know, everybody has anxiety and depression and mental illness is so prevalent right now. And it's like, why? You know, you got to ask yourself, like, why is that? And for me, I think it's because everybody's just waking up and like doing shit that they don't want to do every day. That'll make anybody anxious and depressed, I think. You know, and it's like in our parents' generation, there was no other option, right? Like it's like without the internet, it's kind of just like the only thing you knew was like your immediate reality.
Yep.
But now, like with the internet, our horizons are expanded so much that like we see the possibilities. We see that there's all these possibilities out there to do whatever you want to do with your life. So it's like, bro, as long as I'm like working at a gas station, which is not what I do, it's just an example, but like as long as I'm working at a gas station, bro, like I can never be happy with my life.
Facts.
You know?
For sure.
Maybe I'm just a pessimist though. I don't know.
Like some people, they just want the a steady income, you know what I mean? Pay the bills, just breeze through life, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, if you want to see shit, you want to explore, you want to travel, you want to, like, how many times? I've been on like 10 trips this year, bro.
This
You know
guy
what I mean?
is
Like,
the
come on,
Harlem Globetrotter over here, bro.
Shit, where'd you go?
Everywhere.
Been Colombia, been Puerto Rico, been Thailand.
Oh my goodness.
Keep going.
I need to
We're going
travel,
next,
bro.
bro. I'm just
Incan
traveling.
trails. This guy's
Peru next month, bro.
Yo,
Peru,
I'm telling you,
Peru,
this guy's
Argentina,
he's the
Chile,
globetrotter.
bro. We're
You're
just-
finally gonna do the Inca Trail? Are you serious?
I'm for a week. I'm there for a week. I'm not doing the Inca Trail. I'm going through the Sacred Valley.
Are you gonna
but-
do ayahuasca or?
No ayahuasca. You know what I mean? But like all these things that I'm mentioning, it's like until you're living, bro. Especially living in Montreal, and every fucking day is gloomy outside,
Yup.
and you're like, dude, it's so depressing. Like, there's nothing to do. A lot of people, they go out, they waste their money on restaurants. You know what I mean?
Yup.
Save that money, put it to the side, and be like, you know what? In 3-4 weeks, I'll have enough money to take a trip somewhere. Take that trip, bro. Because once you see these cultural differences and you get to experience life, it's gonna open up your mind. It's gonna open up your horizons.
It
You're gonna
changes
see.
the way
You're
you
gonna,
look at
you're gonna
shit.
see things differently. You have a different perspective on the world, bro.
You know, do you ever notice in other countries that like people seem to be a lot happier with a lot less than what we have?
Dude, it's
Yeah.
like, yeah,
It's incredible.
ridiculously.
Yeah,
Why?
that's
Because they don't have all this temptation. You know what I mean?
very true.
That's what they see it. You see it if you go to New York or you go to some place that's.
Well, no, New York, they're on the same shit as us, bro.
Yeah, exactly. If you go to these places, it's all temptation. You know what I mean? So that's why they say if somebody comes from these countries that don't have all these, which they do have these temptations, but they're just more humble about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't have the luxury.
Yeah, you're not in Colombia, bro, sniffing dollar grams and stuff like that.
Yeah,
trying to
that's
get
true.
high every day.
Why you
know?
gotta take it there?
So that's what it is. Anyways, moving on.
If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you want to go? Right now, you could book the flight. and
Bora Bora.
Bora Bora?
That's just off the
Bora
top of
Bora.
my head. I don't know why, but like I've always seen it on TV, and I'm just like Cancun and Bora Bora are the two places I would love to travel to.
Definitely go to Bora Bora over Cancun for sure.
Look, Bora Bora, if you're gonna go to Bora Bora, you're gonna go with a biddy. You're gonna go with a girl. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a
Yeah.
vacation, romantic. If you're gonna go to Cancun, you're gonna go to fucking party, bro.
Yeah.
You're gonna go party. You're gonna go wild.
Shit, I don't mind partying.
Yeah. So you're gonna go to Cancun.
I
man.
don't party out here. Might as well.
Like I always say.
Let loose, bro.
Yo,
You know what I'm saying? Don't
Facts.
get arrested though. You don't want to
Say
go
that.
to jail. Don't do that.
Say to people,
Nah.
oh, you're going to Cancun with your girlfriend. You're coming back single, man.
Yeah, like for what?
I'm
Why would
telling
you do that? I'm just kidding. I would totally go with my girlfriend.
Yeah, no, Cancun. It's. I
in
remember
that case, I'm not going with no girl.
Yeah, I was there for 5 minutes, bro. Like, when I walked into a pool party. The shit was madness. It was like something you see on the movies.
Where,
you know?
Cancun?
Cancun. It was a 7-leaf actually.
No way.
Back in that was
Shout out to
one
Leaf.
of my first trips actually. Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
So yeah, that's what it was like. Cancun, great. Anywhere in South America, you're gonna have a vibe, bro. And your money goes a long way.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Shit, I need to travel. I need to figure out places to go.
Look, there's a budget airline right now
Oh yeah.
called Aerojet.
Oh who?
Aerojet.
Arajet?
Yeah, it's a Dominican airline that flies through Montreal and Toronto, and they have super cheap deals.
I don't know if I trust
shit.
Dominican pilots, bro.
Yeah, well, you gotta trust me.
You know what I'm saying, puppy?
$200 to go to Colombia.
Oh word?
That's crazy.
$200.
Yeah, but the plane is put together with fucking
They never-
popsicle sticks, bro.
They don't throw
Take
no
your
backpack
chances.
at you
Take-
after
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about jump.
Take your
Exactly.
chances. Take your chances. Like what's it called? I booked a trip for Ecuador next month. I don't know if you guys saw what's going on in the news right now. Ecuador just erupted into like crazy
Oh, word?
cartel violence.
Well,
you
maybe
know what I
don't
mean?
go then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
obviously. Like,
It's a hard pass, bro.
I'm waiting till they cancel the trip so I can get because there's if they
Oh, you
cancel
get, like,
the
a
trip,
refund and
I get more money, right?
Credit, yeah.
Yeah, I get credit and I have travel insurance, so they're gonna hook me up nice. But what's going on right now? Like I think it was on Monday. Cartel busted into a TV station, armed with shotguns,
shit.
Uzis, pistols, live on camera. They grabbed the TV reporter. They put a dynamite stick in his breast
Come
pocket.
on, like
What
Red
the
Dead
fuck?
Redemption, bro.
And they made them all everybody that was in the TV studio. They made them talk to the camera and say, basically like renounce the government. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Renounce the government. Don't fuck with the mafia. You're
What
saying
kind of
don't
shit
fuck
is
with
that,
the
bro?
mafia. Anyways, all these guys got arrested after because the army came swarmed the TV
Yeah,
station.
I would hope so.
But just the fact that they were able to go on live TV and do what they
Yeah,
did
it's crazy.
scared the whole country. The car bombs, they exploded 2 car bombs in front of the parliament.
That is trippy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There's like 22 different cartels in Ecuador right now, and they're like really they kidnapped 100 prison guards. They're basically they're saying there's an open there's a green light on the president.
Jesus.
So me, little old me, I'm just here watching this. I'm
Yeah,
like,
nuh-uh.
so should I still go on this vacation or not?
Nah, give me my money back, please.
Yeah.
You definitely avoid Ecuador.
They have a curfew for 60 days right now. Curfew for 60 days, like from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. Like anytime after that, you can't leave.
It's like lockdown.
It's
basically.
lockdown, full lockdown. You know, so
shit.
what are you gonna do? And I don't feel like walking down like a historic street and then a car bomb just kills me.
You know?
So I think I'll just like lay off on
Not the guy.
Ecuador right now.
I would probably agree on
Yeah,
that one.
yeah.
I would probably agree, man. Shit, man. Let's do the conversation back to you though, bro. You know, what are you working on? I mean, I know for a fact you're working on music, but I want them to know. So, are you working on any new music, brother?
Yeah, I've been starting to write again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying to write again, but I don't know. My mind is not into it. I just rather just go in the booth again.
Yeah.
But all the music that I've been recording, I have so many right now, so I just want to release all of that. It's
You
just
should put that joint out that you sent me, bro.
yeah, that one. I've been trying to reach the beat maker for that.
Oh, really? Oh, it's one of them things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cause I want to own that beat. I don't want to
Yeah. That track is crazy though. Like that shit needs a video, bro.
I've thought about that too.
Yeah. You should hook up with 448 Films. So shout out to 448. Shout out to Don Breeze.
Get a video.
That shit needs a video, bro. That shit needs a video, dog.
Trust me.
Big time.
I have a lot of unreleased shit. Like it's crazy. It's actually crazy.
So why are you sitting on it?
It's
Let's
more.
get into this.
I don't know. I just don't want to like. I'm the type of person. I'm a perfectionist. So whenever I hear something like one fucked up thing about my like the song, I'm just like, nah, I'm not releasing it. Like, any little thing, I'll just be like, nah, I can't do it, because I feel like if I could hear it, someone else can.
You're being too hard on yourself.
They don't though. And like, just allow me to give you some advice. Take it if you want to or don't. But like, I'm the same fucking way, dude. And like, I've had so many, from engineers to my girl to friends to whoever, here I'm the same way. I have like dozens of songs just on my phone in a folder that like nobody will ever hear. One of them's the one I sent you, right?
Yeah.
And I'm the same way. If there's like one ad lib that's like a millisecond slid like this way, like literally something that's like not even barely audible, no one's gonna notice that shit, bro. But now I won't release the song. And it's almost, for me now, I'm not projecting onto you, but for me personally, it's kind of like looking at it from, you know, being a little bit older and having a little bit of wisdom, looking back on the reason maybe that I'm like that is, I don't know, like, I don't want to say I'm scared, but like, it's like you don't want to put that music out there and then not get the reception that you thought you were going to get.
Exactly.
And I mean, it's intimidating, especially for me. I haven't really put anything out significantly. It's been years. So I know that if I was to put out a project right now, like realistically, yeah, I'll have my core people that are going to fuck with it, but it's not going to do numbers, right?
Yeah.
And then so that's kind of, I think, what's holding me back. But I'm significantly older. Well, I don't even know how old you are, but I'm older than you, and I'm kind of 1 foot out, to be honest. For you though, what I would say, I'm saying all this to say, fuck that shit, dude. Like, you can't be that hard on yourself, because I'm telling you, nobody's gonna notice that shit. Like, bro, I'm dead serious. Like, you gotta understand, people who listen to music, especially today, nobody's fucking picking the shit apart. They're like, yo, is the beat hot and is the flow catchy? That's it.
Very true.
And you check both of those boxes, bro. So put the fucking songs out. Put the songs out, bro.
No, facts.
Am I lying?
I feel you on that.
The longer you sit on stuff, you know what I mean, it's gonna lose its value, and also it was hot. Like, what you wrote was hot at the moment.
Yeah.
Maybe those things that you were saying that made sense at that time. Maybe 5 years from now, somebody's gonna listen to it. And
if you're doing like drill beats and then drill ain't popping anymore, now all of that shit is gone.
Maybe it could be that hot line that you mentioned, so and so, and then 5 years from now, that person's forgotten about, and that line's not catchy anymore. You know what I mean? Yeah, and that's what I hate. Look, that's what I hate when it comes to, because me too. Like, if I go to somebody's crib and we're chilling and the mic gets busted out, there's a beat playing, we'll record a song. I don't like doing it anymore, because nothing happens with these songs, you know what I mean? So I feel like, we're just there, we're making these songs that nobody's gonna fucking hear. And I'm like, I don't feel like wasting my time anymore, bro. That's what it is.
I have a bunch of songs like that. It's scary.
See, that's what I'm saying, dude.
Same here, though.
And I'm never releasing those too. That's the crazy part.
Like, trust
never.
me, what I see happening, it's gonna be a few years from now. Is the unreleased chronicles. Doe Boy Honcho, 2015 to 2020.
But it's funny because I just had this conversation with my girl like last week, and she's like, "Yo, you know what?" She's like, "I'm gonna go on your fucking computer. I'm gonna put all this shit on a USB key, and I'm just gonna put it out when you're not even paying attention." And I'm like, first of all, if you do that, I'm gonna be mad as fuck. Like, I'm just letting you know, I'm gonna be tight. Like, I'm gonna be tight. You know what I'm saying? But I feel her though. That she's so the same thing that she's telling me, I'm telling you, bro. Just put some shit out. You'd be surprised how far, like, just because your music is good. That's the thing. Like, it's not like it's trash. Like, it's fire, bro. It's fire, you know. Like, honestly, like from the Ville right now, really, you have King K. Shout out to King. He's doing his thing. He's killing it. You got KP. He's doing it. He's doing his thing too.
I'm
but
my
like
boy Grams.
yeah,
My
but
boy Grizzly.
you should be. You're right there with them in terms of like the quality of the music.
Yeah.
You're there.
And I got songs with all of them. That's the crazy
So,
part.
bro, what are you doing, bro?
I got songs with Biggs, King K, Grams. Biggs is my brother, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, my blood brother.
Okay. Oh shit. All right. So, bro, you're loafing, bro.
No, it's not. Well, yeah, I am
Yes,
loafing.
you are. There's no-
I'm
yes,
loafing.
you are.
I'm loafing.
You're loafing, broski. It's all right, man. Listen, it's coming from a place of love. I'm not.
Of
shitting
course
on you, I
not. Of
promise.
course. Me, I don't take. I take constructive criticism very well. I said that very bad, by the way. Shit, that was very bad.
No, that's all right.
Yeah, but I take criticism very well. I'm not the type of person that takes it in a way where it's like, why are you saying that to me? No, like if you're saying that my shit's good, I'm loafing. That's what it is, basically.
Yeah. So hey, sometimes you need a kick in the ass, broski.
Exactly.
You know, like I was telling you in the conversation we had, and I'll put it out on the table right here because we need another event sooner than later. You know, I've been stewing on it, Steve. Don't worry. I know you kind of want me to take the ball and run with it, so don't worry. But yeah, I want to put them on the bill. I think
Definitely,
that
definitely.
if that's the kick in the ass you need to get some momentum going, then God damn it, you're on the bill.
Yeah,
I
like,
said it here.
what do you see? Like right now, you're just making the tracks when you want. You know what I mean? You don't have any official plan for a release for a project, right?
Well,
What do you
shit,
see? What do you see for the future, though? What's the Doe Boy next move? What's Doe Boy's next move, bro?
I've had this like image in my head for years about this one album that I wanted to do. It's called The Thought Process.
Okay.
And it's just gonna be basically a bunch of songs that's like but it's a whole storyline behind it. There's gonna be like little skits in it too and everything. That's just gonna be one project. Then there's gonna be another one called Half My Thoughts. So it's like that's gonna be another thought where it's like it's gonna be more R&B, and it's gonna be more softer toned, but it's gonna be more like an alter ego type of rap song.
Okay.
Eventually, I just want to push more into like business. I want to do more business, like try clothing brands, try little things like that. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I'm just trying to focus on putting my money in investments. Try to invest, figure out what I want to invest in and what's good to invest in.
So that's the smart way to do it, because a lot of people nowadays, they're spreading themselves a little too thin. You know what I mean? They don't got enough capital to be making all these moves. And like, let me try this, let me try that, let me try that. And next thing you know, it's like this idea needs a little bit more cash. You know what I mean? I don't have that injection.
Yeah.
Why? Because I got to handle this, I got to handle that. So, like you said, focus, and see what the next move is. Maybe the clothing line, bro.
Yeah.
The clothing line. Think of a couple of nice pieces to put out, get the people's attention, recoup the money on that, get new pieces. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Build it one piece at a time.
Yeah.
Like a chess piece, bro. You know what I mean? Bang.
Maybe own property or something.
Property.
You know?
Like property. They're saying this year, because of everything that's been going down with the mortgage rates and stuff like that, a lot of people are going to default on their homes. There's going to be a lot of seizures.
Damn.
And there's going to be a lot of property up for grabs.
Yeah, a lot of vultures coming in to make the sweep, right?
So if you're looking to invest in property, it might be the time. Like, just keep an eye on the market. Like, I've been seeing stuff on
You're
the
about to
market.
open a bodega, huh?
Before they
First
turn it into a
bodega.
condo.
Yeah,
Exactly.
for real,
Before they turn
exactly.
it into a condo, you know
Exactly.
what I mean? And that's the thing. There's like such a lack of housing in this province, in Canada. There's such a lack of housing.
Affordable housing.
Affordable housing,
Yeah,
exactly.
Very true.
So as soon as something pops up, like I've heard stories, there was a condo for rent that it was literally a lineup for half a block of people going to see this place. and they're putting up like $2,400 a month for a condo.
It's crazy.
Like how much did stuff cost 10 years ago?
Bro, it's fucking crazy. Like, I don't even understand how people are supposed to survive. Like, families especially, but even, like, single people. Like, bro, you can't, like, how are you going to survive? Like, I don't understand how, like, hey, let go. Can you explain to me? Okay, so somebody needs to explain to me. I know he's not going to do it because he doesn't like English people, one, so he's not going to listen to this podcast, too.
Facts.
But, could somebody explain to me, right? So inflation, okay, we get it. It's a cyclical thing. It comes, it goes, it up and down, valleys and peaks, whatever. If the cost of living is going up by a certain percentage every single year and the salaries are not going up by the same percentage, or at least a percentage that's like marginally close to what the inflation rate is, how are people supposed to live? Like, how are you supposed to live? Because I know for me personally, right? Like, okay, no, let's take me off the table, but let's just take anybody who's just single, living by themselves. If you don't have a job that pays at least, at the bare minimum, $70K a year, how are you paying your rent, your utilities, your car note, your internet, all of your bills, your groceries, and then at the end of the month, what do you have?
And your habits on top of it.
What do you have?
Exactly.
What do you have?
You have no life.
You have
That's
debt.
what
You have
that
credit
shit.
card debt, bro.
No, the sad reality is a lot of people in 2020, 2023, whatever years we want to talk about, everybody has a roommate nowadays.
Yeah.
Everybody has a fucking roommate.
No choice.
Yeah, I need my personal space, bro.
Me too.
I'm not waking
Trust
up
me.
in the morning,
Me
sharing
too.
a kitchen with fucking Joe Schmo.
Oh, I fucking hate
Yeah.
people, bro.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Trust me. Like, that's the sad reality. A lot of these places, a lot of these landlords, they're subletting their apartments. One apartment, they're turning it into 4.
Very true.
They're putting up little spacers and stuff like that. Here, you got a room. You got a
crazy,
room.
man.
Everybody's gonna give me $800 a month, $1,000 a month, and that's what's going on.
But,
that's how
yeah.
people are living today. Like everybody
Yeah,
has a roommate.
to the point where there's literally something called like the new family model, which is like, and you know what? Shout out to the Latinos, because I think they're the ones who need to get the credit for starting this shit. But it's to where like, yo, like
The
a family of
Latinos.
Latinos will move into a neighborhood, into one house. There'll be like 15 people in one house. And they'll all work and contribute and save up, and then
Yeah.
4 of them will bounce, buy the house next door, and then so on and so forth. And then the next thing you know, the whole block is just this one
Yeah.
family of people. But it's like, yo, people have no choice right now. Like, how are people supposed to survive? Well, this is my question, Lago. How are people supposed to survive?
I
Like,
actually have a
seriously.
theory behind that.
Go ahead.
And shout out my boyfriend. He's the one that actually brought this up to me because we had a conversation about this one day. And I was saying how like life is actually hard nowadays. You have to pay so much bills, all of this shit. And he was saying like, I feel like this is history repeating itself.
It is.
And I was like, in what way? He's like, I feel like this is the new Great Depression. This is the modern day Great Depression where like emotions is depressing, financial depression, like everything is just full of depression. And I'm just like, I never really thought about it like that, but in a way it's true. Because now we have so much things that are so expensive, but no one's getting paid the good perfect amount for those things.
No, we don't make enough money.
Like gum is literally $3 now. Why the hell is gum $3?
Bro, milk is like $8.
Like who the hell?
Hey, beer at the corner store is still $2. You know what I mean?
Imagine that.
They're saying we have to make our own beer now. We have to buy cows and shit. Like that doesn't make sense.
It's crazy.
Dude, and you see what these politicians say. Oh, with $30 a week, you can feed a whole family, or some bullshit. I don't know what he was saying.
What country, bro?
You go get pasta and you cook pasta every day for 7 days.
Ask them what they're eating. Are they eating fucking pasta 7 days a week? No, they're going to fucking Ribbon Reef on the company fucking black card, ordering whatever they want, and we're paying the fucking bill. That's how this shit works. That's how this shit works.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's crazy, man. I don't know why we took this turn, but fuck.
But also,
Now I'm upset.
also, you're talking about that people are not getting paid what they're worth, right?
Yeah.
You're not getting paid enough to live. Right now, there's fucking AI taking everybody's jobs.
That's true.
You got robots working in factories and stuff like that. It's like Skynet. Skynet's happening, bro. Watch. It's gonna be
You know what
Terminator
AI could never do, though,
6.
Steve? You know what AI could never do? Sell cocaine. AI is never gonna
No
sell
cap.
cocaine, broski. You know,
Can't do it.
I ain't buying no cocaine off a robot. Not that I would buy cocaine, but if I did, I wouldn't buy it off a robot.
It can't bag it up.
Yeah,
Dark
exactly.
web, dark web, though. I'm pretty sure we can figure it out.
Yeah,
The AI model.
there you go. All right,
Definitely.
we're Hustle Podcast. You heard it here first. We're giving out jobs in 2024.
Like you, as a Canadian, bro, what would you want to see different in this country? Like, what do you think is getting? What do you think Trudeau's fucking up the most right now?
Yeah, we're going deep on this podcast.
I feel like his math is not mathing.
His math is
With-
not mathing.
When it comes to like income,
Yeah.
it's not mathing because
it's not.
there's no living. We can't live.
you know, he just came back from a $9 million Jamaica vacation,
Of course,
right?
$9 million.
What do you do for $9 million?
I stay saying this, and if
Was it $9
every
million?
millionaire
I'm pretty
gave
sure-
a person $1
I'm
million
pretty sure it's $9 million bucks.
every modern person $1 million, everybody would be rich and no one would be poor. But they wouldn't do that because realistically, if everyone was rich, there would be no greed, there would be no envy, there would be no things that everybody
like
wants.
that's communism, right? And the thing about communism is it does sound really good on paper, but like historically, it doesn't work. It doesn't.
Exactly.
It doesn't work. It didn't work in Cuba. It didn't work in China. It didn't work in Russia. It doesn't work. People starve to death, bro.
Yeah,
You
look,
know?
I've been to Cuba countless times. You do not want to live in Cuba, bro.
No, you don't. You don't.
No toilet paper, nothing to
What?
eat. Yeah, dude, trust me. You go sit down at a restaurant, they give you like one square of paper to wipe your fucking hands and shit like that.
That's crazy.
Shout out to my Cuban people out there. I love them. You know what I mean?
Shout out to them. You got
some
a
of the
beautiful country.
Some of the most friendliest people that you'll ever
Word.
meet. But at the end of the day, when you're born into that type of society,
Yeah.
you learn to live with it. You learn
That's
to
true.
grow with it. So they're used to having nothing. And like we mentioned earlier, some people around this world, they're super happy and they have nothing.
You know what?
I mean?
I can't. I've never actually been to Cuba, so I can't speak on Cuba specifically. But a lot of places, I've been all over the Caribbean, and in a lot of those countries, yeah, they do seem genuinely happier. Just like on the day to day. Maybe obviously they have problems, and you know the human suffrage is everywhere, right? But overall, it's just they have less stress in their life. Like maybe I don't know. Maybe that's kind of a privileged thing to say now that I think of it, but. You know, I don't know. They're just chilling, playing dominoes and shit. Like, you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Like, that's living. Everything you need is outside. There's fruit trees. There's goats running around. You're hungry. Kill a goat. Grab a fucking mango. You're good for the day. You know what I'm saying? Like could it all be so simple?
Could be.
Could it all be so
It
simple?
could
I'm
be.
sitting here worrying about fucking inflation and mortgage rates. And like, you know what I'm saying? Is that life, bro?
No, you're right, dude.
This podcast took a turn for the worse, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to lie. I didn't think we was going to go deep like this on this episode.
We went pretty deep on
We
this.
went very deep.
Went
We
left,
went very
right,
deep,
okay.
Doe Boy.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's good. All right, cool.
I like
So,
conversations like this.
All right,
Yeah,
good.
Okay, let's bring it back to the music. Though.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back to the music.
Yeah, let me calm down a little
No,
bit.
think of something right now. What do I have to think about? So we mentioned a few of the musical influences, but besides like MMG and Maybach music, okay, MMG and stuff. See, like I was like, it's been a while since I said MMG, you know, Maybach music. But besides that type of influence, rap, there has to be more, bro. It has to be. Tell me you
Of
got some like
course.
soul and everything.
Of
like,
course, my dad. I grew up around basically this CD called Tiffany Disco.
Okay, you never see there's a story right here.
My dad used to always play that. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was actually crazy, and I grew up with Earth, Wind and Fire,
Nice.
Aretha Franklin. My mom was more into like Mary J. Blige, Whitney
Okay.
Houston, Trey Songz. Like she was more into the modern day music,
Nice.
but like my dad was more into the '80s music,
Classics.
the '80s soul. Yeah. Like Luther Vandross, all of these type of things. So yeah, I had a lot of influences, but
Music.
I was more into R&B.
Mm-hmm.
I was more into Chris Brown, Usher, Trey Songz. Well, not Trey Songz actually. I can't even say him.
Yeah.
Nah, he's got some records.
He has some
Birthday
records.
Sex.
He
I can't
definitely
lie.
needs to put his
Birthday
shirt on,
Sex.
but he's got some records. He's got some records.
I fucked with some of his songs, but it's like I feel like more influential. It was like Usher, Michael Jackson, Sierra, Carrie Hilson, like all of these type of people, like the ones that had the energy,
Right.
the ones that made the performance, you know.
Speaking of all these artists that you just mentioned,
Oh, Steve's got something in the
no,
pipe.
I think it was like the other day. What was it? I saw Sexy Red bring out Chingy on tour, right?
Chingy.
Don't start
Chingy,
this shit.
right there. Yeah. So like all
Oh,
these,
the one
Chingy.
from St. Louis.
yeah. But
Okay,
now
I
like
never-
I'm like
I never
fucking
knew that.
after I heard that like song came back at me, and then the McDonald's theme song. The fucking electronic beats. I'm remembering all the beats back then. Like they were pretty fucking shit. The beats, like they were like super electronic-y.
They were very like cookie cutter.
Yeah, very cookie cutter
Yeah,
beats.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
simple
saying.
shit.
Yeah, very simple. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm surprised we were listening to that back then.
I wasn't.
Yeah, like,
I definitely wasn't. I was not listening to that at all.
oh my
Nope.
God.
Not Chingy. Nelly was fire though. Nelly, listen,
Yep, Nelly was fire.
Nelly's a goat, bro. Nelly doesn't get the credit he deserves, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
Because Nelly, yo, like, listen, if you were outside in like 2001 and you tell me that you weren't listening to Nelly back then, you're lying.
Very true.
You're like before 50 came and demolished the game and took it. Bro, Nelly was like Nelly. Ludacris was big during that time.
Facts.
He's another one that does not get the recognition he deserves.
Very
I don't
true.
know. I feel like he's been a little more active with the whole Cat Williams shit. He did like the little freestyle and shit.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I've been seeing people kind of like, it's been a topic of conversation. Like, how come Ludacris never got like that greatest of all time sort of, maybe not greatest of all time, but in that conversation.
Like
of
music
rappers.
wise,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, because
Started slacking, bro. He started doing Fast and the Furious. And that's what
listen,
happened.
Southern
Put the
Hospitality
music
to this
aside,
day, that album, bro, is fucking that was like grade 7 for me was like Nelly and fucking Southern Hospitality. Throw them bowls. Like when Luda came on the scene, come on, bro.
Let's say you had the opportunity, bro. You're putting out the debut album. You have the opportunity. The label's like, you're with the label now. The label's like, you got 5, you can put 5 guest features on this
Ooh,
album.
I
Who are
like
we
this
putting?
question.
Ooh.
I like this
Okay,
question.
I got Lil Wayne,
Lil
Chris
Wayne.
Brown. I say NLE Chopper.
Okay.
Because him, he's pretty good. I fuck with him. Who else? I would say Lola Brooke. Lola Brooke, she's actually fired from New York. I fuck with her.
Yeah, I feel. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm. Yeah, okay, go ahead. I think I literally just heard of her like last week.
And Fabio Foreign.
Fabio.
Fabio was
Yeah.
nice. Fabio was nice.
Yeah, no, I was like super in on Fabio for a while.
Yeah.
But then after all that little controversy with him,
What
and Mace,
controversy?
What
Mace,
happened?
him and Mace going back and forth about Mace fucked him over. Mace,
Oh, okay, yeah.
yeah, and Mace like calling him out, saying this guy's he's a phony. No.
Yeah, but coming from Mace, like
Yeah.
who's a bigger phony than Mace, bro?
You know,
Look, Mace is from Harlem. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Mace
he's
is,
from.
He's
That
with
doesn't
the he's with the
mean
homies.
anything.
and
to
he was
me, though.
trained by the biggest schemer,
Yeah.
Diddy.
Yeah,
Diddy,
facts. Ooh, that's now we found a topic. Let's go. Yeah, no, you're right about that. But nah, bro, Mace, like I don't know. Mace's music never did it for me. Everybody that I know loved Mace, like growing up, because I was kind of.
Look, he had a good couple of tracks that he
I don't know. I
really used
never
to
liked
like.
him.
You know
I
what I
never
mean?
liked him, and I just always felt like he was just fake, bro. Like you're gonna be like, bro. If Mace tried to rob you, you're gonna give up your shit because I'm not.
Listen, man.
Hell no.
I'm not gun or not. Like I'm gonna say, give me the gun. As a matter of fact, I'm robbing you, sir. You know what I'm saying? Like nah, bro. It's
Be like, could you put your hand there, please?
You
Like,
know?
shit.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Mace never did it for me. But okay, let's talk about Diddy. That's a good. Yeah, I like.
Unfortunately, we gotta start wrapping this up, bro.
First let's talk about Diddy.
Let's start.
Just for 2 minutes. Just for 2 minutes, man. What do you think? Do you guys think that there's any truth to all of these allegations?
With Cassie and everything?
that Diddy's been doing all this wild sexual shit. all these years?
Definitely, come on.
I think so.
I feel like there's too much evidence to not prove, like,
Yeah,
to not prove it.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because the rumors have been around since the '90s. Like
Look.
I remember hearing shit about Diddy my whole life.
There's a lot of what's it called? A lot of sus stories out there, and every time you hear something, you always hear about a payoff after. Hush money.
Exactly.
He's got
Hush
money.
money. He's got the money. You know what I mean? But I
Exactly.
feel like right now, because he's been pretty silent since that whole Cassie thing
He has
broke
no
out.
choice. He has no choice.
Exactly.
And then after Cassie, a few other people spoke
yeah,
out
people
about
are coming out now.
Are coming out. So now he's just like hush and everything. And he's not on Def Jam anymore. He's not the.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be the.
Yeah,
don't know.
he lost a bunch of sponsorships as well.
director,
Yeah.
creative director.
Yeah.
He lost sponsorships, so I think like it's catching up on him right now. You know what I mean?
For sure.
There's only a certain amount of time you can get away with it.
Exactly.
So I think right now with the whole Me Too thing that passed, I think
crazy, man.
that maybe his time has come, bro. So we'll see.
I'm waiting for the Surviving P Diddy documentary, man. I'm waiting for
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Surviving Pete.
Yeah.
There's actually one coming out or
I
something?
don't know.
50 Cent
There's
used to-
rumors. 50 Cent's been joking about it,
Yeah.
but knowing 50, that shit's probably really coming for real.
Yeah,
so,
very
listen,
true.
And also, if for whatever reason Diddy ever hears this, I don't want to die. So these are all just jokes. You know what I'm saying? All right, it's that time of the day, brother. We're gonna pass you this gem right here, or I'll pass it to you.
Pass him the gem.
So we're gonna pass you the gem. I'm sorry for cutting off the cameras. I'm jacked though, so get that shit on camera. And you're gonna take that gem and you're gonna drop a gem, and hence the diamond in your hand. Drop a gem on any of the listeners, whether it's aspiring musicians or just life advice. If you could give anybody advice right now, what would you tell somebody? What would you tell a younger you?
Younger me?
Yeah.
Stay ready for what's coming. Do what you gotta do. Make sure that you focus on what's there, not what's gonna be there. Basically.
Stay focused.
Yeah, stay focused, because at the end of the day, life is not stopping for nobody.
That's a fact. Don't get distracted, ladies and gentlemen. Focus on the task at hand. I like it.
So Doe Boy, I'm pretty sure you still got music out there.
Yeah.
You still got the social
course.
media handles that people
course,
can
of
follow.
course.
Let the people know where they can follow you, where they can hear the music.
You can follow me at Drello2Mellow on Instagram. That's pretty much the only platforms I have. The other ones I don't really use like that. My Facebook, I got Doe Boy Honcho, and I got the Drell one, but I don't really use either, or I only use it for Messenger, basically. But Instagram, you got Drello2Mellow. TikTok, Drello2Mellow also. And YouTube, that one is pending.
It's pending, but listen, I'm gonna push this gentleman. There's gonna be music coming out. God damn it! I swear to God.
It's moving in silence. So
Yeah.
Gotta get you more active, bro.
Yeah, trust me.
Gotta get you more active.
I swear I had like a
Get you in the
crisis with
limelight.
my name at one point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because like there's too many people named Doughboy. So at this point, I just called myself That Boy Honcho.
Okay.
So it's more easier for
As
me.
soon as I heard Doe Boy, it made me think of Atlanta. Remember Atlanta, the TV show with Donald Glover?
Yeah.
Doe Boy.
True.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching another episode of the Hustle Podcast. We out.
Welcome everybody. Y'all ready for this? The Hustle. My name is